People think I'm Dutch
Because you're so assertive.
What, rude?
Yeah.
When Dutch people are direct towards me, in the beginning it was shock.
Dutch people are quite direct to the point of becoming rude in certain occasions.
A lot of people told me that the Dutch are very rude. I think the directness can be interpreted as rudeness by some people, especially if you're not used to it.
Sometimes it can come off as rude, but I think you just have to get used to the directness that they have here because that's just the culture. I'm not used to it, so it's strange.
I find them direct. I don't find them rude. I just accept that that's the way they speak.
It's not rude. They could be nicer.
Yeah.
I don't think they mean to be rude, but they're very direct, yeah. I don't know if it's me personally or my culture, but I'm very sensitive.
What is considered rude, it depends on which country or culture you are in.
Being direct in Chinese culture is kind of rude.
In Australia, it's considered very rude if you speak your mind and it's not liked by the party you are speaking to.
The Belgians don't really say what they want to say.
The culture that where I came from, we use a lot of words to be able to cover if you want to say something, which is something also I don't like.
It may sound a bit harsh because we generally soften it. I mean, it's nicer to soften it.
If I was at a party in Canada and someone had spinach in their teeth, no one would say anything to that person and they would find out when they go home. Here in the Netherlands, someone would blurt out in front of everyone, "You have some spinach in your teeth."
I would say it's true that they're more direct than most cultures.
Coming over here, when I ever talk to a Dutch person, they always telling you exactly what they're thinking.
There are things that they say straight to the point.
At the beginning, I was really shocked about the way that you say it, really bum bum bum.
I want to make internship here, and I applied for many schools here. One of the answer that I got, we don't have time for your stage, apply another else. Thank you, wish you good luck. And I was like, what? What is this? And it was a manager of school. He was like,
I work in design and I need to do cool stuff, pretty stuff. My boss or my colleague is gonna come and say, "This is so uninspiring." He's right. Even myself, I know this is not my best work.
We had a very funny neighbor, and he was very direct with us about the noise from our dogs or from, if we flush the toilet in the middle of the night. But that's good. Then I know how to act around him as his neighbor. Instead of him just being either pretending to be polite and pleased or being gruff with us and us not knowing why.
There are times that I've had a few disagreements with my partner, and then I'll say that was uncalled for, and he'll say, "No, come on, I'm Dutch." And I'll say, "No, you're not allowed to say that phrase, I'm Dutch." There's being rude or hurting someone's feelings, and there's being Dutch. They are two different things. Don't mix them. It can go overboard when you don't consider the person you're talking to, and then you can either hurt their feelings or break a working relation.
Being direct have pros and cons. The pros is you don't need to find what is underneath, so you easily get to know what he wants to say. So that is really good. But in some instances, if you're given an assignment, if you give it everything correct, out of 100, 98 of them are correct, Dutch can say, "Yeah, these two are wrong, get it done." So that's something maybe Dutch also need to learn since you're working internationally a lot.
In the work environment, if you are direct, you go straight to the point. It makes things so much easier. That's actually very true. Like here, when I was working with my Dutch colleagues, it was perfect. Like emails, three lines, straight to the point, done.
Well, for me, it was like sort of relaxing that at least someone says what he wants. That's refreshing from my point of view.
I appreciate that because it doesn't leave me confused about what they really think or feel.
The objective is not for you to feel bad about it. So they do it so you can actually know what didn't go properly and what you can change.
And I think that comes from just being historically a very analytical people.
They have a great mind because they always, not encourage themselves. I think it also encourages all the people dare to think and dare to do something.
I really like about the Dutch is that they're very direct and they're very blunt, but they're also very friendly.
I think that they are direct, or very direct, but in a good sense. Yes, it's very nice, really.